Michelle Mills here with the DaBelly.com. I'm at the NAMM show, the 2015 in Anaheim. Woohoo! And I'm here with Aaron from Boss.
How you doing, everyone? I'm Aaron Marino from Boss and Roland, product specialist for the Western Division here. Here today at the NAMM 2015, show you some of the new products that we have and a couple of the other things that we have around here on the desk. Starting over here, we have the new Boss ES8 effect switching system. Basically, this is like command central for a pedal board. I can control all of my pedals, my signal flow routing from this unit right here. Starting on the unit over here, I have the ability to control and name my presets. I can actually, it's an LCD screen here, so I can name them. I have 800 presets that I can create, so it's really good to be able to name them. I have 100 banks. I have 8 loops, or 8 switches that I can access at a time. Yeah, inputs over here, I can put 2 guitar inputs in here. I have 8 loops to put all of my pedals into. On those, the loops are buffered, but it's a switchable buffer, so you can turn it on or off. Some guys don't like buffers, so. I have dedicated output for chromatic tuners. I have dedicated output for volume. If this isn't enough switches, I can add 6 more of these control switches. These are our new FS7. So you can add more functionality, like tap tempo, channel changing can be done from here as well. Also have the ability to add expression pedals like this one over here. I can add 2 of those. Also have MIDI control, so if that pedal has MIDI or an amp has MIDI, you have MIDI control from in and out and through over here on this side. A couple of cool things about the loops that we have that put your pedals in. The loops are individual, so I have the ability to actually change the order of my pedals. So if I want, I can have my wah, my distortion, but if I want another preset, I can do my distortion into my wah. So I can change the order of pedals, and I can do that per preset. Yeah, it's very, very, very powerful. Yeah. Over here on this one switch here, the memory switch, memory will pull up a preset, right? So if I pull up preset number 7, opens up a certain configuration for me. If I go into the manual mode, I can actually go and turn off the individual loops that are on that I put into that preset without having to leave the preset to do so. So like I say, I have my delay on a preset and I just want to turn that on and off. I don't have to have another preset with the delay off. I can just go over here and turn on and off the button that has the delay in it. So super cool. Speaking of delays too, the delays, if I have a tail on my trail, my echoes are repeating, right? And I switch from one preset to the next, I can actually have the tails continue on while I move to a different preset without chopping off my tail. So, also super cool. Should be available late April, early May. Street price is going to be $6.99 on this one. So that's the new Boss ES8 effect switching system. Next up, we also have our new volume pedal. We have this called the FE30, and we have there's two flavors basically. You're going to have one that is the FE30H, which has a tuner out on it. It's made for being connected to a guitar, and then we have the FE30L, which is this one here, and it's a stereo input and output on this one. We were known for making volume pedals that were really quality pedals, but they're really big. We wanted to make one with a smaller footprint to fit on pedal boards like this one. Also, we have over here is the new RC1 loop station. Basically, a simple looper that we've made. It's very cool though in that it's got a 24 segment little LED screen right here to tell you where you're at in your loop. So if you start a loop and it's kind of a long loop, you can go and you'll actually be able to see where you're at in the loop. You can do up to 12 minutes of loop time, and it will save the last loop that you have recorded into it. Stereo in and out on it as well. Like I said, this one's not brand new for the show, but it's came out last November, so also very cool. Great for the entry level guys that are interested in a simple looper. The way to go. And let's move over here to the next stuff. Ready to go?
There you go.
Okay. We're rolling. Cool. All right. So this is the new WazaCraft line. Waza stands for it's Japanese for artist and technique. It's like the best of the best. What we have here are the new DM2W delay, the Super Overdrive SD1W, and the Blues Driver BD2W. What the WazaCraft, what they've done is they started out with just modding a pedal and changing the tone a little bit. Where other companies are known for modding our stuff. We thought it would be cool if our engineers did the modification and stuff. Once they did the mod, though, they had it opened up, and they were like, well, we always wanted to change these other components out. While we're in here, let's why don't we do that type of thing? So they started taking out. So at the end of it, it was basically zero compromise on the engineer's part putting these pedals together. So what you get here, and we will continue to still make the Super Overdrive and the Blues Driver, but the Wazacraft ones are they're a little bit more transparent. They're a little bit cleaner sounding, just a little bit sweeter in their tone. And then when you switch over to the custom side, you get a completely modded out version of the sound. So it's just a more musical tone to it.
Now, do you play guitar?
Yes, I do.
Do you have a favorite?
Currently, my favorite is the BD2W. Digging this one. It has a lot of range as far as its tone. Very dynamic. So you turn your volume down on your guitar, it cleans up. You crank it up again, it gets heavy. It gets dirty. Also, the DM2W is a super favorite of mine right now. The original DM2W came out in I think it's the late 80s. It was one of the first analog delay pedals out here. Discontinued not long after it came out because I think a lack of parts or something like that. They ended up, we reissued it now with the DM2W. On the standard side, you get the original DM2, which was 300 milliseconds. You switch it over to the custom side on this one, though, and you actually double the delay time to 600 milliseconds. So, yeah, it changes the tone a little bit, too, where it gets more of a tape saturation. The original DM2W sound, or sorry, DM2 sound, is when the repeats go, they start to get darker as they go away. On this custom side, they don't get quite as dark, and the clarity is a little bit clearer on them. So it's it's kind of yeah, exactly. You get two choices of delay sound. Typical. And that's the new Wazacraft line. Prices: BD2W, SD1W will be $149, and it's going to be DM2W will be $169.
I hope they give you a discount.
That'd be nice.
Are we moving on now?
Yeah, we'll move on over here.
Okay.
One more. I'll just show you one more thing. Okay. All right. Okay, so now here, these are our new X series pedals. I got the DS1X and the OD1X. They've been around for about a year, but they're just starting to catch on. New technology for distortion pedals and overdrive. They use a thing called our MDP, which is multi-dimensional processing. To describe how it works is basically it's a distortion that whether or not I play it down low or I play high, it always kind of pulls out the right amount of distortion for where I'm at. So if I'm down low, it doesn't get too flubby, stays tight and punchy. As I go up the neck and play higher, the notes stay clean and they don't get shrill or bitey as well. These are the new OD1X, DS1X. DS1X is the heavier, more of the heavy metal one. OD1X is more traditional rock sound. Yeah. Over here we also have this is the Boss GP10. This is the one. This one requires the use of the GK pickup. Real quick, let me show you. This is our GK pickup. Your 13-pin cable to connect to this unit. And with this unit, it does a couple different things. One, it has basically virtual guitar technology in it. So I can just, what we call our VG technology, allows us to change alternate tunings if I want. So I can, without having to change the tuning on my guitar, I can actually alternate tune. So I can do open G, dad-gad, drop D. I can drop the entire thing down an octave. I can do bass sounds with it. Also on the virtual guitar side, I can make it sound like a banjo. I can make it sound like a sitar. I can make it sound, like acoustic guitar, even though I'm playing electric.
You never have to leave the house.
No, yeah, exactly. You can do absolutely everything with it. It's great for having a lot of tools basically at your disposal for doing different stuff. Also on this side is just a regular guitar input on this one. This has a bunch of the effects and amp modeling from our flagship processor, the GT100. So you can access some of that with just the guitar input, so you don't have to have the GK input to do that.
So what I'm getting here, though, with Boss is that there's a lot of choice in what you can set up.
Yes, for sure.
And you've got things that different guitar players, like if you want all the individual or you want something more packaged.
Exactly. We have Boss is really good at having kind of covering all the bases for guitarists and bass players and musicians in general. We have pedals. Some guys are old school, they like the pedals, or they're pedal geeks and they like having the pedal stuff. There are other guys that like to have multi-effects or like into cutting edge technology. And we have stuff like the GP10, the GT100, or our GR55 guitar set. Stuff like that is for them. So we have a lot of availability of different options for musicians.
What's your biggest seller right now?
Well, obviously all our pedals and stuff. The Wazacraft stuff has been doing really well. The loopers, again, huge for us. RC300, RC30, RC3, the new RC1 was a runaway hit at over the winter time, over the holidays. So.
What are the price ranges on these?
I'd have to look at the prices.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fair enough. I mean, you have a great memory of all the other ones, so we're okay. But we can find that out when we go to our local music store or online, or
yeah, you can find it at your favorite local music store. Any Boss, Boss authorized dealer will have all the pricing for you. They'll also have the current pricing too. You're welcome. Thank you.
Thinking my lips is what someone talking 'cause